Every year, competitive League of Legends gets better and better, and that just makes our job harder and harder. With another year in the history books, it's time once again to look back and reflect on the greatest moments of the season. For this list, we defined a moment as an event that occurred during Season 7 that affected the League of Legends professional scene. This means that mechanical outplays, professional matches, compelling storylines, and Riot-sanctioned events, from the LCS to the LPL, were all considered for this list. With the increasing amount of talent and exposure each season, narrowing this list down to only 10 was extremely difficult. And we would like to remind you that even if your favorite moment isn't on our list, it probably is on someone else's. I'm Landovva, and these are TNPGaming's top 10 moments of Season 7. Number 10. Roccat defeats G2 Esports, 2017 EU-LCS Spring Split. When Roccat and G2 Esports faced off in the final week of the 2017 EU-LCS Spring Split, their series had massive implications for both squads. G2 was only one series win away from achieving the perfect split, which had only occurred once back in 2015 when Fnatic went 18-0. Roccat were fighting for their playoff lives. An incredible late-season surge had seen them move within one win of the struggling Fnatic, and they had to win this series to have any chance at the playoffs, something unimaginable after the first half of the season. After a slow, methodical G2 victory in Game 1, Roccat flipped the script. On the back of Faxi's split-push fizz, Roccat were able to take a convincing Game 2 victory and use that momentum to crush G2 in Game 3, thanks in large part to Betsy's Swain. G2 were able to recover from the loss and crushed their way through the playoffs to capture their third consecutive EU-LCS title. Despite Rockat's late-season heroics, they would be eliminated from playoffs the following day, when Fnatic clinched the number 3 seed in Group A. Number 9. Dancing Herald, Longshoe Gaming Perfect Games Fnatic, Season 7 World Championships. It's getting rarer and rarer to see a perfect game at the top level of competitive play. Domestically, it's slightly more common, but Worlds had not seen a perfect game since 2014, when Alliance had taken down Najin White Shield. To put that into perspective, Rift Herald didn't even exist back then. In their first group stage match versus Fnatic, Longshoe Gaming became the first team since 2014 to achieve a perfect game at Worlds when they decimated Fnatic. An atrocious draft from Fnatic allowed Khan to counterpick Soaz's Maokai with Nasus. Unable to do much of anything, Fnatic lost everywhere on the map before losing just past 20 minutes. It was a slaughter. But at least, we got to see the first ever dancing Rift Herald in competitive play. Number 8. The Gigabyte Marines. In this day and age, most teams follow the global meta to some extent. There are common picks, strategies, and sequences you typically see in a game. That got thrown out the window when the Gigabyte Marines walked into MSI 2017. Led by superstar jungler Levi and innovative coach Tinnican, the Vietnamese team pulled out champions and strategies no one had seen in a long time. Yes, they lane swapped and picked unorthodox champions, but what stood out above all else was their constant aggression. The Marines were constantly forcing the issue and taking fights, which led to not only an exciting playstyle to watch, but one that led to some of the biggest upsets we saw this year. First at MSI play-ins, the Marines almost did the unthinkable, coming within a hair of sweeping TSM. During MSI, they were able to take games off of G2, TSM, and World Elite. Fast forward to Worlds, and they only got better. Their aggressive and innovative playstyle saw them come within one game of making it out of groups. Had it not been for another team's historic day, they would've, but we'll get to that. The Gigabyte Marines were a breath of fresh air in the now often bland, standard gameplay we see every team exhibit. We can only hope that in 2018, more teams follow suit and play a similar style to the one they have now made oh so famous. Number 7. TSM vs G2 Esports, MSI 2017. NA's number 1 seed versus EU's number 1 seed. This game between TSM and G2 Esports at MSI showcased both teams' strengths and weaknesses. For the first 30 minutes of this game, TSM was in total control. A strong early game netted them kills and advantages across the map as they worked their way up to an 8k gold lead. From there, however, G2's mid and late game strengths started to shine. TSM's inability to close the game and break G2's defense led to a 43-minute Baron fight, where G2 was able to kill Wild Turtle and secure the objective, chipping away at the massive lead TSM was now throwing away. As the game reached the ultra late game, G2 made a ballsy call, which TSM was ultimately able to defend, before they ran it down mid to secure a victory they should have had over 15 minutes ago.
Do we fight this or do we rush back to our base? They're saying that they're going to force this. Now Trick should probably not go for a steal, not give away the kill, but middle inhibitor turret is dead. The inhibitor is gone as well. Now can they get a fight here in the 5v3 where they lose their base first? G2 are still pushing for the Nexus in the bottom left corner of your screen. They're still running for the base and TSM has to get back there to defend it or they're going to lose the game. And G2 looks like they have enough time. Hanser trying to stop them, but back inside the base. It's the Nexus getting hit. Sven wants in. Perk still hitting it. This could be it, but Perk is back onto that. And they've taken down Sven as well. TSM Nexus alive. They're going for expect. GA is popped. Two alive for G2. TSM needs to get back down. And it's time to go back into the base. Trick's top side. Trick, I think, has to go for the base. I don't think he can defend a 1v5.
Now let's see here, 50 seconds on almost everyone from G2
He's waiting.
Esports.
Trick is going to reach into the Ocean Drake, and he's going to come back for the Nexus.
He's going in, but Hunter is still there. He has a GA.
He tries.
He can get back up and try to finish it.
Here he goes.
They see him.
They see him now. Here comes Hanser. Does he have the damage? He cues in for a bit of movement. He gets him back. Trick needs 5 autos. The flash missed the harpoon. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here comes Tom Catch, and they're going to stop him. TSM's pushing the top side. 20-second respawns. Can they get him? They're going to get the damage. They get him just in time. 50 minutes in. 15-second death timers. In they go. TSM still against the clock. It's going to be close. I think they have it, though. With the 2 HP Nexus, it's going to be it. The Nexus turret number 2 is down. The Nexus going to fall in TSM. In the strangest game I have cast. Take the win over G2.
Number 6. Longshu Gaming vs SK Telecom, 2017 LCK Summer Finals. For years, Longshu Gaming had sat at the bottom of the LCK and was often the feeding ground for top teams to scoop up whatever talent they had. That changed in the summer of 2017, when they did the unthinkable and left their mark on the Korean region. After a disappointing 7th place finish in spring, Longshu brought in solo queue superstar Khan to fill the void in top lane after Expression decided to retire. Almost overnight, the team went from middle of the pack to LCK champion contenders. With the young top half of the map complemented with the best bot lane in the world with Prey and Gorilla, Longshu was able to finish the regular season 14-4 to earn their spot in the summer finals. Facing off against SK Telecom in the finals, Khan had his breakout performance, dominating the top lane matchup first against Untara and then again Huni to help his team secure a 3-1 victory and a spot at the World Championship. While the team's domestic performance was remarkable, a subpar performance at Worlds left something to be desired, and looking to the future, with young superstars like Khan and Kubz, don't be too surprised to see Longshu back near the top of LCK for a long time to come.
King of the mid lane, the Nexus falls, and your new champions of the LCK is Longshu Gaming!
Number 5. TSM vs Cloud9, Game 5, 2017 NALCS Spring Finals. One single team fight. That's what the 2017 Spring Finals between TSM and Cloud9 came down to. After TSM jumped out to a quick 2-0 series lead, Cloud9 battled back to tie the series and force a deciding Game 5. With the game heading into the later stages, the entire series culminated on one final team fight, which TSM was able to win before ultimately ending the game and winning their second consecutive NALCS title.
Taken out by Björk's intensity, the ulti, and now Hunter back into the Sneaky. Gonna lock him down, spinning there. He gets it back in. Wild Turtle flashes forward, and Sneaky takes that first guarantee. We're gonna turn it around. Sneaky gets another kill, but now Haunter finally takes down the AD carry. Bjergsen dies to Lulu though. A shutdown there for Cloud9. 3 dead on TSM. Make it fall. Bifrost does go down. Pressure down mid lane. Contracts are available. He can seal it. This is 50-50.
TP in from Haunter. Here we go.
Here's Ray in as well. On the swing. Scaron's been going to try and keep them out. Redemption down. Ray dives back in. Haunter. Jensen. Bjergsen gets the kill. And now Ray. Sneaky though. Still trying to fight around, but he can't get into the fight. Smoothie. Far too low. Goes down. And they're going to take Elder Dragon as well. Disaster for Cloud9.
Jensen didn't get his Zonias off, didn't get his ultimate off. He goes down in the critical fight, and TSM are pushing in what could be.
But C9 are trying to get it back. They have Baron. They're getting an inhibitor of their own. TSM went for a home run, hit a double, but C9's countering.
And they're going to go back TSM. Oh no, they stay. At least a few do.
They're going to go for the win. They're going to the win here.
30 seconds, 30 seconds, 30 seconds. Sneaky can't get back to base.
Needs to stop Sneaky. Spence Garen moving in as well. Contract. Can they win this 2v2? No. Sneaky. He's too low.
That's it.
Contract's going to get stunned down as well. Spence going to keep chasing it down. And TSM just keeps going. 15 seconds left.
TSM are going to end it. There's an ace. Here we go. It's the game.
TSM fight tooth and nail to defend the North. But once again, NALCS champions Cloud9. What a...
Number 4. The Wombo Combo. SK Telecom versus Edward Gaming. Season 7 World Championships. On day 2 of the 2017 World Championships, SK Telecom was down almost 10k gold at 29 minutes against Edward Gaming in their group stage matchup. With SKT's chances ever dwindling, they were able to pull off one of the all-time greatest Wombo combos ever seen in competitive League of Legends. We could say a lot about this play, but it's probably better if you just watch it for yourself.
That was huge for him to actually get a bigger goal lead. They're saving the Drake now. They got two already. Bang is hiding. It's coming. Bang looking to come in. Here comes your initiation. They're right through. Oh my God. Your shockwave will find them all. And SKT with a hell of a response will take down 4.
Consider EDG have no vision on the red side. Where is Twitch is what they should be asking. When they see Ori, they can probably guess. But this Wombo's out of this world.
It all starts with that engage from Wolf on the Rakan. And Pinky picked up fairly late into Summer's play, but had some very impactful performances on in the playoffs.
Number 3. The Miracle Run. Fnatic gets out of groups. Season 7 World Championships. After a disastrous Week 1 which saw the team go 0-3, no one gave Fnatic a chance to make it out of groups. After all, no team in World's history had ever made it to the knockout stage after starting 0-3. Despite the odds, Fnatic was able to do the impossible. Thanks to an epic fail flash by Cody Sun, Fnatic was able to first take down IMT with an ending that drew parallels to their epic collapse in 2014 versus OMG. From there, they were able to defeat the Gigabyte Marines to force a 3-way tiebreaker, where they once more took down Immortals and the Marines to complete the greatest single-day Worlds comeback in League of Legends history.
Right now we'll see the next wave coming through. The Cody Sun wants in, and they're not going to mean too much. The wave crew not yet there for the Fnatic bot laner. Shockwave again. They go for front line because they have the damage of it. Wilso has Fall Flame. Rooted in the trip, but he pops the Stone Blade, staying alive a little bit longer. A big 3-man shot right there. Pulling back into the flame. They get the first kill. It's Reckless getting that one in trade as one more comes in. It's the bot lane, the support going down. 3v4. Immortals forced to run away, but Fnatic, they want this one. The chase forward on Kubla, not quite the blade color range, and just barely missing onto that Miasma. They're still going to be done. They look for the kill. Reckless going to come in, and Brock's going to get the kill credit on that one. And the flash bar Cody Sun. Oh, the insect, but betrays his teammate, and it's going to be the ace for Fnatic.
Cody Sun loses his mind by flashing into an entire team at the end.
Here comes Ole. You've got to respect this. Here comes the Maokai as well. 15 seconds before a carry spawns, and here comes the wave. The knockback. Can they get Brock to look at it do it? He's going to flash away. Stays just barely alive. And they're going to look down to knock down turret number 1. Here comes Orianna in 3 seconds. The ulti on the back line. And Knockup is there. Caps a bit low. Do they have the damage? Bolter must go big. Shockwave. Catches Reckless. Now on the next they're going. Do they have the damage output? The hits are coming in. Is it going to be the game? Fnatic. Who's going to knock him down? Will they get Soa? He's trying. It's the game. Fnatic 1-4. The knockdown Immortals.
After the tragedy of 2014 for
Shockwave did not rush it. Baron's at 2,000.
Optimus can make the play. He's got no help, but they can deliver. Not going to make it there as the Baron. Goes over to Fnatic slash. Almost dies with the Shockwave. Only finds one. So it takes down Levi as he flashes onto Optimus to finish off that kill. Hyper procs. There's the double for now.
Actually be incredibly important, but they're just going to brute force go into
Optimus again. The hula hoop not good there. So it's actually in. Almost mega bit of great back there. Mike hitting away. Say it. Taking too much damage. He goes down to Reckless. No way. Needs to stay alive. In trying to bait them in. Reckless. Little too far forward, but Saya taking the damage. Oh, they barely get it to it. Doesn't have to fight. Oh my God! No way! Grits his face up. Still going for it. So it. Mega needs to avoid it, but he got the double kill. No way. Still fighting him, but starts with the Mega. Cats. Finds the shutdown. Shockwave. No. Missed. Oh no. Fnatic inching closer as Optimus getting it taken down by the veteran.
Super minions in the mid-wave. After that, after the Elder Drake steal, after No Way killing Reckless, it looks like Fnatic will be going to the quarterfinals. Caps is going to have ultimate when he comes up.
Saya didn't respawn. He goes in. Charms gets a knockup, but he's just, again, trying to buy time. Fnatic not having any of it, though.
Caps is pretty low. Most likely over. We have to see it, though. They're very close.
Still going in again. Say it. Showing to make it, but the Nexus is open. No way. Makes his way back in, but he's not going to do it. Captain, that's a clutch play. And Fnatic do the unthinkable and make their way to the quarterfinals. Still close. Optimus forced the Shockwave the way, but has to go in. And there it is.
Number 2. The end of a dynasty. Samsung Galaxy sweeps SK Telecom. Season 7 World Finals. In a rematch of last year's 5-game classic, SK Telecom and Samsung Galaxy once again faced off for the Summoners Cup in the World Championship Final. The significance of this series cannot be understated. A win for SK Telecom only further strengthened their grip on professional League of Legends as its undisputed #1 team. A win for Samsung Galaxy meant redemption for failing last year and a chance to knock off the SKT regime. And to be honest, this was Samsung's series to lose. Despite being the defending champions, SK Telecom were clear underdogs in this rematch. Samsung had cruised to the finals, with dominating victories against Longshu and World Elite, while SKT struggled mightily, barely managing to make it to the finals at all. SKT looked the weakest it's ever been, relying so heavily on Faker to carry them to victory. Many predicted Samsung coming out on top, and that's exactly what they did. In one of the most dominating performances in World's history, Samsung Galaxy clean swept SK Telecom 3-0 to win the organization's second world title and shock the world. Maybe it wasn't that shocking to some, considering how weak SKT looked compared to previous years, but it was still a surreal experience to see the unstoppable Dynasty come to an end. With many changes expected to the SKT lineup for 2018, don't be surprised to see them back again contending for their 4th world title. And don't be surprised to see Samsung put themselves in a position to defend it.
A championship-winning pick for Ruler. That might be the Flash R that signals the end of the SKT Dynasty. There are no turrets. It is 5 versus 3. Huni, do you have what it takes to win the game? Big certainly does not. Ruler on the Nexus. The upset is complete as the kills come through. The SKT Dynasty is over. All hail the new kings. Samsung Galaxy, your 2017 World Champions.
Against SKT, they got it. Faker is destroyed.
And now it's relief on the side of Samsung, anguish on the side of SKT. Coma and Faker have won every single Worlds they attended until today. For the first time ever, gets to hoist the Summoners Cup in Beijing, in the Bird's Nest. And tens of thousands erupt in cheers over the deserved world champions, and what a run they had to take. European champions in their group, Korean champions in their quarterfinal.
Number 1. Misfits vs SK Telecom, Season 7 Worlds Quarterfinals. One single fight. That's how close SK Telecom came to being eliminated in the quarterfinals by the upstarts Misfits Gaming. This series was quite simply the single greatest attempt any Western team has ever made of beating a Korean team in a best of 5. Game 1 saw SKT stomp the Misfits, leading many to believe this would be a quick 3-0, but Misfits returned the favor in Game 2 thanks to Ignar and his signature Blitzcrank. The Misfits continued to shake things up in Game 3 when Ignar locked in Fervor Leona. He and laning partner Hans Sama absolutely crushed Bang & Wolf, winning the level 1 all-in, taking the bottom tower at 8 minutes, and snowballing this game out of control. A huge Power of Evil shockwave helped Misfits seal Game 3 and put SKT on the brink of elimination. But it is SKT. One mistake of over-aggression allowed SKT to come back in Game 4, before Huni's incredible flanking teleport in Game 5 allowed SKT to complete the comeback and advance to the semifinals. Despite the loss, this series showed the world that no one was unbeatable. The Misfits managed to walk into a series against SKT and forced them to adapt to the Misfits playstyle. And quite simply, for the first time ever, a Western team held the knife to SKT's throat, not the other way around. The significance of this series was massive for the rest of Worlds 2017. SKT very clearly adapted the Misfits pick ban strategy for the duration of Worlds, as we saw Wolf on the Blitzcrank and Leona, while Faker would play the Ardent champ. To garner that much respect from the best team in the world takes a lot. Misfits shook up the playing field and showed the world that the West could compete. Well, at least Europe can anyways.
You need to be able to go aggressive, or you can't do anything.
Well, they try to get to the front already. Ignite goes down immediately. No flash forward, but the heal comes out. They turn to Wolf as Bang feels like he can get back into the fight. Just 100.
Hans Sama has no heal.
Hans Sama. One more shot as Wolf wants the glitter lands. Bang almost got the barrier comes in. Gonna get it. Blood onto Bang. Fight in the jungle still. Here comes Hans Sama. Wolf's going down. 2 kills in the bot lane as Misfits pull the trigger.
Listen, everyone always says, oh,
Listen, Wolf gets hit. They're right onto him. Here comes Maxlor too to get a piece of the party. He gets the chance to get in with the shield.
Very smart from SKT to see if the blast cone is being used into the Baron pit, so they know the Baron is starting.
Blank is maybe too far. They can actually is way too far away. This is Baron for Misfits. Still going to be the fight. Ignar could get pushed away. No condemn there. 3 silver bolts coming through. Blank says we can still fight this. Let's go, team. That's going to be the redemption. Huge shockwave onto 3 members of SKT. But Huni's already teleported to the back line. That ward behind Baron was his in, and it's also his out. Back, and SKT is onto the Baron, blocked out by the Weaver's wall.
So risky for SKT.
Way over. Gets the Cataclysm down. Maxlor just on the edge. Gets it from Maxlor. Misfits get Baron. Bang's low. Blank is going down. He goes down in the fight, and that is going to be Hans Sama's damage away. They focus on 2 on the backside. Buster shot almost up, so we won't even have this for the fight if they're turned on. 2,600 for Baron. A lot of damage coming in. Ignar going to be the first to say dive in. Maxlor's going to grab Baron. Blank in, Blank out. And it looks like Power of Evil on the team will head home.
Western team this confident in their ability to engage team fights. They keep doing it again and again. SKT step forward.
He's going to go down if they can get the chomp onto him. It has been knocked. Ignar is in the back. Bang has to retreat from the fight. They're able to take down Maxlor. They didn't have minions when they started the fight, and they didn't get much damage onto the turret. Still trying to turn. They keep losing members. Faker tries to go to the back as Ignar stops him with what he can, and the turnaround is happening. 6-6 now. Bang looking to make it with 1 more kill, but they need to protect the base. Power of Evil on the backside with Hans Sama as they stand.
Hans Sama's zoned out.
DPS. Cataclysm from Blank as Maxlor goes down, and SKT start to bring out the fight prowess. Wolf gets himself out alive as Alfari gets taken down by Bang.
They're going in on Huni.
Onto Huni, throws down the subjugate right away. Looking at Bang and Hans Sama. Bang's on the left. Hans Sama is in the back line, not able to deliver any damage just yet. And Alfari, Ignar, Maxlor all very low as SKT pushes forward. Winter fight onto Maxlor, and here comes SKT right on top of Misfits. The damage is just too much, and SKT take the game into their control.
They're actually moving straight towards mid, trying to make a play here.
Missile Voyage, right, top backside of mid. It's going to be a shot back onto Power of Evil. He's going to take a lot of damage. Bang! Gets taken out. And it looks like Power of Evil stays alive on the backside. One more kill coming through, and that's going to be Blank as Misfits finally pressure the mid lane.
Stacking the balls as well. He wants either bang or faker.
Wolf's going to be there in the front, scatter with those, so he's there a bit out of range.
is in there.
Hold these ones in.
He gets
That's
it!
Elder Drake going over to Blank, and
CB
they're going to be
behind.
heading towards the fight. Here comes Huni. Obliterates Power of Evil. He had no chance to get out. Hansama falls, and Misfits is heading for their base.
Yeah, they're going to lose a lot of kills here. This could be the Baron for SKT. Bang, looking for one more.
One more shot for Bang. Looks like Blank was going to give him the range, but Rapid Fire comes back up, and he finds it himself. 4 down. SK Telecom T1 will be your second team in the semifinals, claiming victory over Misfits Gaming.
What a series between SKT and Misfits. What a game 5 as well. Low on kills.
Thanks for watching TNPGaming's Top 10 Moments of Season 7. Thumbs up if you liked this video, thumbs down if you didn't, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. If you want to watch some of our other videos, feel free to click one of the annotations on your screen now. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in our next video real soon.